It's hard to follow up with my mother's speech, and that's always the case. First and foremost, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out to our campaign kickoff for Council District 7. I would like to thank all the grassroots community leaders who are here before us today, which include our small businesses, tenant association leaders, nonprofit leaders, educators, and several other community stakeholders. Friends, we are living in a critical moment. The pandemic has caused our neighbors' lives. It has redefined the way we live, work, and learn. Mom and pop businesses and small homeowners are struggling. Food insecurity is on the rise, and a historic job loss will result in an avalanche of evictions. And racial injustice continues to plague our nation. As a tenants' rights attorney and your future council member, I will champion policies to support our tenants, small businesses, families, workers, students, and seniors. I am looking forward to expanding free legal services for families and small businesses facing eviction, building upon Mark Levine's landmark legislation of right to counsel. Let's give Mark Levine a round of applause, everybody. I am committed to fighting for more food resources, like urban farms, pantries in our public schools, and increased support for community gardens to tackle the health inequities in our neighborhoods. I will fight to transform our public housing system into one that treats its tenants with dignity and respect, and that ensures that our seniors have the support that they need to age in place in our community. Our campaign will be steadfast advocates for good paying jobs, truly affordable housing, universal after school, criminal justice reform, and environmental sustainability. Look, I'm running to represent the place I've known my whole life, made up of families whose experiences I largely share. I am the son of Dominican immigrants, and I grew up on 161st Street in Washington Heights. Coach Dave knows a little bit about that. 6 Block City in the house. When I was in elementary school, I came home one day to find my mother holding an eviction notice in her hands. I will never forget the look in her eyes and the pain we went through as we left our childhood home behind and took shelter with kind neighbors. My mom had recently lost her job. Public assistance was no longer cutting it, and we had no idea how we would climb out of this hole. Our situation improved only after my mother landed a job at Zabar's, and my father, a proud 32BJ member, as a janitor at the Port Authority. The truth is, working class families are struggling in the same ways my family did, but the opportunities that helped us are hardly accessible to families today. And that is exactly why I'm here in the ring to fight with you, to help our neighborhoods and families fight their way out of this crisis. I will work to build on the progress we have made, keep our community safe, and lift our neighbors in need. In the spirit of a call to action, I leave you with words delivered by Martin Luther King Jr. in front of this historic Riverside Church 53 years ago in his Beyond Vietnam speech. He said, "We are now faced with the fact, my friends, that tomorrow is today. We are confronted with the fierce urgency of now. In this unfolding conundrum of life and history, there is such a thing as being too late. Procrastination is still the thief of time." My friends, meeting this moment requires bold leadership from someone who is willing to step up and face the fierce urgency of now. And that is why I'm stepping up. When I say fired up, you say ready to go. Are you fired up? Are you fired up?